Hello, my name is Kumud Gandhi. I'm the founder of the Cooking Academy, the cookery school based in Rickmansworth in Hertfordshire. Today I'm going to show you how to cook some of the things we teach here at the cookery school. I'm going to show you how to make spiced nuts. I've got a variety of nuts here. I've got some almonds, some pecans and some cashew nuts. And into here I've just mixed them up a little bit into this bowl. And I'm actually going to use this bowl as my mixing bowl. Into here I'm just going to add half a tablespoon of oil. Now that might seem like quite a little amount, but do remember that the nuts are going to emit their own oil as they begin to heat, and we're actually going to put them in the oven, so the heat will release out of the nuts themselves. Also, if you have too much oil in the nuts, then the flavours that we add to these will then just begin to drop out a little bit. So it's important that the oil ratio is actually sort of very low quantity of oil to the spices that we add. So to here I'm going to add a teaspoon, just under a teaspoon of salt, which again seems like a lot of salt, but again it actually comes down quite a lot. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of hot chili powder. Now this is a half teaspoon of cumin powder, but actually I want 1 teaspoon, so I'm going to add 2 half spoons. And I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, followed by, finally, a 1/4 teaspoon of chaat masala. Now the chaat masala is just going to give it a final sort of lovely flavouring to it. Now I'm going to start by using a spoon, but I'm just going to give this a really good mix. And it takes a little bit of time because the oil has sunk to the bottom. I don't know whether you can see that, but there's just a little bit of oil here. Now we want that to be spread all over the nuts. And if you find that actually, the spoon method is a little bit ineffective, then actually don't be afraid to get your hands in there and really move it around, because by doing so, you're actually rubbing a lot of the spices, the nuts themselves. And now these nuts are ready to go. I've foiled a tray here just to keep it clean, and so that the nuts can actually just sort of, fall around the tray. And I'm just going to turn these out. Make sure you take all the spices with you from the bowl and just lay them flat on the tray. Now this tray is ready to go into the oven. I've preheated the oven at 140 degrees, and now that's just going to take about 15 minutes or so. I want to check at 15 minutes and see just how roasted they are, and then come back and put them back in for maybe another 5 or so. So let me just take these over to the oven. And we'll come back to those in just a few minutes. Okay, so the spiced nuts have been in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Let's go and have a look and see how they're doing. Well, they certainly smell like they're ready, so let's... Right. Yes, very good. So you can see that they're just beginning, some of the nuts are just beginning to split here. So, and you can also see slightly glazed look along the almonds and the pecans. So they're perfectly ready. And you can also see that the cashew nuts have changed colour, and they've become sort of quite a crispy golden brown colour now. So actually they're ready to be decanted. Now the danger is if you were to leave them on the tray, they would continue cooking from the residual heat from the actual tray itself. So given that they are ready, we really want to turn them out onto your serving dish. And actually just turn them out onto your serving dish.